everybody. I saw something really interesting on, well, it's kind of sad actually, on Facebook in one of my reseller groups. Gosh, this is horrible. I can't imagine. So a lot of resellers, if they don't have space, they put their items in storage units. Okay, public storage units. I'm not saying the brand public storage, but I'm just saying businesses that provide storage, right? And somebody went to go check on their things that they had in storage, and everything had been gone through, and they had a lot of things stolen, which is horrible. I can't imagine. I would be so upset. So I don't have a solution on this. I just wanted to kind of put some things out there and see what you guys think about it. So as I'm in the discussion, apparently other people have had this happen to them too. So one of the most obvious is somebody came and cut the lock, and just went in there and took whatever they wanted. Because and what's so sad about this is, if it was me, I probably would have just gotten a combination lock or something like that and put that on there myself. I never would have thought that in a place that I would consider secure, actually, you'd think it'd be more secure than your house, because they should have some kind of way to keep people from just walking. You'd think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. But just, random people just walking through and helping themselves. And plus cameras, you'd think they'd have cameras, but I don't know, But yeah, so people were saying that thieves were coming in and cutting the locks and just going into the units. But another person, this is crazy, another person was talking about how the unit behind theirs, the thieves went in and went through the wall into the back of their unit, and then went through the side walls all the way down the units, because they're just really like sheet metal or some kind of metal. They're not, they're sturdy, of course, but if you have tools and you have the willpower, I guess, to do something like that, you can do a lot of destruction and damage. And I don't know, that's just insane to me. But they had gone from unit to unit until they just couldn't go anymore, taking people's things. So what I have learned from other people's experiences, sad to say, I'm so sorry that this happened. That would just make me crazy. One of the things is take pictures, because this was crazy. As I'm asking questions, right? I asked somebody a question, and they said that they called the police, but the police wrote on the report no homicide involved, which maybe that's standard, I don't know, but they kind of got the feeling like nothing was going to be done, which, it may be the case that they don't know where to start if they don't have enough evidence, which goes back to, do they have cameras? How are people getting in and out of there without being detected? But obviously a homicide is bad, okay, and it takes priority, and I don't know if that's just a standard thing that they put on their police report or not. It could be, I don't know, but the person felt like because nobody was harmed, that it really wasn't that important. But I'm finding too, like, if you look around, not specifically to storage units, but some of the freight trains and things, that people are jumping on the trains and going through all the merchandise that they're carrying, and they're just excuse me, actually throwing things off the trains onto the ground beside the train tracks, and there's debris all over the place along the train tracks, and they're stealing things, and it's a problem, and it's horrible, and they do it with the mail, and they do it with freight. So there's that. I just wanted to put it out there. It was the first I've ever heard of anything like that. I don't personally use a storage unit, although I have considered it. But I have used storage units for my personal belongings, and thankfully I've been fortunate enough never to have to deal with something like that. I can't imagine. But I bought a storage unit that was auctioned off one time, and when I went to go collect and clean it out, there was a couple who had a storage unit, and they were actually working out of their storage unit. So they were all day there, and could see, what was on a daily basis. That was their job, and that's where they did their work, But, so going back to what I was saying, what I learned, sorry, I'm not very clear on this. They took pictures of what their storage unit looked like when they filled it up. So they had some kind of photographic evidence of if things were missing. But one of the things that kind of, I guess, made it easier for the thieves was that nobody was going by there on any kind of regular basis to check on things and see if everything was okay. So I don't know why they were using it with stuff that was unlisted or what, but yeah, if you have things in your storage unit that you might just want to go by there and check on it. Which, now that I think about it, the one time that I did have a storage unit, we were transitioning, so we had an apartment, my ex-husband and I, we had an apartment, we had all our things, and then we moved in with his parents for a period of time to save money to buy a house. So there was a lot of stuff that was in the storage unit that we needed seasonally, like Christmas decorations and different things like that. But there was also a lot of stuff that I just didn't need, like all my kitchen stuff, because my mother-in-law had everything, But I was in and out of that storage unit kind of frequently, at least every couple months, which I know that's not frequent if it's a business, but that was just living stuff, and I didn't have any problem. But the place that I had it, they had fencing around their business, and we had to punch a code in to get in. Now, I guess, criminals, first of all, can be geniuses. They can do whatever they want to do if they put their mind to it, which is kind of frightening and sad at the same time. But, they could find a way in if they really wanted to. If they can cut the lock, they can cut a fence. But, I just felt like my things were fairly secure, because you couldn't just easily walk in there. And of course, maybe that's something to consider when you're looking for a storage unit, is how secure is it? And ask those questions like, how do you prevent theft? What do you do to protect my items? Because I know some of these people who buy storage units, a lot of times you get junk, but a lot of times there's really valuable things in there too. So I'm just, that's what I've learned, and I'm passing it along, and I'm making mental note myself in case I ever have to do that. So, all right. Let me know, have you heard of this, or have you had any experience with this? And if you found it helpful, of course, please give me a thumbs up. It's very helpful to me, and it's free, right? You don't have to pay anything for that. And if you're interested in any of my stores or my socials, they're all down in the description. So I'll get back to you again. Thanks. Bye.